Buenos dias to what's probably going to be the most alpha-packed episode I've ever done here on CryptoCito. You can already tell Ethereum IBC has arrived. Thanks, Picasso. Picasso Network has launched Ethereum IBC last night. So this is one huge milestone achievement for Picasso, but also for the entire Cosmos ecosystem and for IBC adoption. Also, I have a lot of airdrops for you today, a lot of new airdrops. Also, the world's first Celestia meme coin that you can claim right now, but we're going to do this one by one, starting off with this big news. Picasso Network now connected IBC to Ethereum. They're launching in a two-phase rollout, with osmosis being the primary destination for Ethereum assets in the Cosmos ecosystem. And you can read more about here after bringing IBC to Polkadot and Kusama, which they launched already, I think, around a year ago. Now they also launched Ethereum IBC, and you can play around with that actually right now on mantis.app, where you can see how you can swap native assets from all these chains, including now Ethereum, through IBC to the Cosmos ecosystem and vice versa. You already see Solana is grayed out here. Solana is going to be next in line. We already talked about it, that they also enabled Solana restaking walls, which is already something that is live today. You can see that also here in their tab. There's 19.6 million US dollars in restaked SOL here and a 23% APR. So Mantis Games is pumping. And yeah, this is a big win for Cosmos. We are right now in phase 1 beta, which is the first phase. And that means that the IBC connection is fully deployed, but there are rate restrictions and limitations to ensure a smooth rollout. And also there's currently a multi-sig backup to secure the IBC contracts that are deployed on Ethereum for Picasso. And in the future, for the phase 2, this will then be handed over to Pika governance. Very big news for Picasso network, for Cosmos interoperability, for Ethereum IBC compatibility, and also for osmosis, to be honest, and all DeFi applications in Cosmos, right? This unleashes the Ethereum beast into Cosmos. Picasso itself has reacted nicely to that, up 10% today, while everything else is in the reds. But if you zoom out on the yearly, there's still room to catch up to the all-time highs from earlier this year, from January, 2.4 cents. And yeah, but if you zoom out also further, then you can see that we're still up massively. So anyways, Pika up 10% today on the big news about launching Ethereum IBC. Then we have breaking news, which actually got leaked by Binance this morning. And Binance actually leaked the launch date for Saga and the Saga token, which is going to happen on Binance itself. So there will be a Binance launch pool bootstrapping of liquidity campaign, and yeah, ways to also farm Saga by staking BNB and FTUSD. So if you are an avid BNB or Binance user, then this might be interesting for you. I think for us cosmonauts, this is a very highly anticipated launch that is finally going live, and we have a date for it. We have a date and a time, and we're talking April 9 at 2 p.m. UTC. So that's next Tuesday. And they're also saying that Binance will be the first platform to list a token. So if you are seeing any other Saga tokens or Twitter accounts, I already saw there are impersonator accounts, be extremely careful with that, because yeah, such launch events always drag a lot of attention from the scammers and from the impersonators. So keep an eye on that. And yeah, you can already tell here some numbers from the reward campaign. There is a max supply of Saga tokens of 1 billion. And you can also put this into relation to the airdrop that you're getting. For example, here I'm getting 500 tokens for that wallet with a total supply of 1 billion. I personally think, totally random guess, but considering that we are in this pre-bull market, we saw Manta, Dymension, Altlayer, they all launched at $5-6 billion valuations. I think if Saga launched at 2 to 3 billion, which means $2 to $3 per token, that would not be unrealistic in my views, right? Obviously, it depends on kind of the daily sentiment of the market, price action of the day, how the launch itself goes, right? But considering that they're also launching on Binance, to be honest, that's big news. So congratulations to everyone who is getting a decent airdrop here. I'm also very excited about that. And also because I'm an angel investor into Saga now since over 2 years, I think. So very excited that after this long time and the harsh bear market, that Saga is finally going to launch. This is very big news. We also have huge news from Wormhole that launched yesterday. Wormhole launched at $1.19 right now, which implies a $12 billion fully diluted valuation, which is crazy, right? Talking about token launches and multi-billion-dollar valuations. Yes, it's down 28% today, but a $12 billion valuation is crazy. And congratulations if you registered your BadKid NFT for the Wormhole airdrop. That's a big W literally for you, because that means you're probably sitting on a $10,000 airdrop right now, because BadKid's holders got 7,000 tokens per BadKid per wallet. I personally totally missed out on the registration phase because I'm just also way too busy and distracted with too many things, including all the events planning and customer stuff, which kind of takes away my attention from really following all the airdrops in detail as much as I would love to do it, but I just don't have the time. So anyways, congratulations if you got it. Well deserved for all cosmonauts and BadKids holders and the Stargaze community, and also Cosmos users, right? Those that bridged volumes through Wormhole. They're sitting on decent airdrops. Actually, we also have a full tutorial from Liam on the Stake YouTube account, which you should be watching right after watching this video, because Liam is fully breaking down how you can claim your W airdrop. Next up, we have the Toro coin, which is the world's first meme coin powered by the Celestia community. So that's a big narrative for itself. And same for all the other meme coins. We talked about Hava coin yesterday. I know nothing about the team, the background. I have no affiliation with that project. But yeah, I just want to bring this to your awareness because there's actually an airdrop currently going on. And before shooting this video, I actually claimed my own airdrop for that token. And the claim site for that is torocoin.top/airdrop, where you can come here, paste your wallet address, and then claim your airdrop. This doesn't require you to do any sort of transaction. Same for Hava, which basically means it's safe to claim. But yeah, up to you in the end of the day, what you want to do with that information. You obviously have to do your own due diligence as always, right? You should never have any expectations for those airdrops. Never blindly ape into random meme coins or airdrops, because there are always risks attached, and especially for meme coins, right? This is pure speculation in the end of the day, right? So nonetheless, this is a second meme coin that we just now had launching with an airdrop alongside Hava coin. And yeah, Toro already has a price, so you can actually go here. And I think you once you claim the airdrop, you only get the tokens at the end of the claim period, right? But for example, 100,000 Toro tokens are around $75 or 58 Osmo tokens. So that already has some sort of monetary value here. And yeah, I mean, if you get 1 million tokens, that would basically mean that you have around $600. There's obviously also high slippage. This is also thin liquidity still, at least as I'm recording this, right? So you would dump the price by 15% if you were to sell 1 million Toro coins. Next up, we have another big launch that is imminent, and that is Lava Network. I already kept you posted in recent days about Lava. The tokenomics announcement from Yair at the Middle Asia conference in Seoul in South Korea. With Sexito, we're not only a Genesis validator, but we're also an early investor into Lava. We placed an investment there, I think, a year and a half ago or something like that. So we're very excited for Lava and tracking the journey of Lava Network, which is the access gate into blockchains, right? It's an RPC infrastructure layer or data layer for also the modular economy. So they're also very aligned with non-Cosmos native projects and ecosystems, right? Including also Near. Talked about it the other day. They were just now in South Korea with Ilya. They also had like workshops and sessions and those kind of things. And yeah, they also have now spaces coming up with Axelar network. So very, very interesting how they're Cosmos native, but also branching out and tapping into other ecosystems. And I think that's also very similar to how Saga is doing it, right? We talked about it. Also, Saga has this partnership with Polygon and Avalanche and those kind of things. Obviously, this is also what Picasso is doing, right? So I think this year is actually also the year just on a higher level where Cosmos is really branching out, right? Where Cosmos is branching out. And it's not actually about Cosmos, right? It's about certain verticals. It's about interoperability. It's about gaming. It's about AI. It's about restaking, right? Think of Fetch AI. Think of Akash network. For restaking, we have Babylon Chain. We have Persistence One. And also Picasso for Solana restaking. So honestly, Cosmos is at a point where I think we're reaching escape velocity, and all these projects launching, they're not selling Cosmos anymore, right? Most people don't even know that this is actually a full-on Cosmos chain, right? Which also counts for projects like Bera Chain, for example. Also, one of the most highly anticipated launches this year. the next generation EVM layer 1 blockchain with a built-in meme culture. So that's probably the one that will also take Cosmos Memecoin culture to new heights, to new levels, to all-time highs, because right now I think we're still in a bear market on that end. But we have a couple of projects now. I talked to you about Coin, I talked to you about Toro, we have Newt, we have Chihuahua, obviously, the OG of all meme coins in Cosmos, and a lot more, right? So we also have inscriptions, I think, and CFT20 tokens on the Cosmos Hub. I think that's also very interesting and super underrated, even today, right? I think what Asteroid is doing is super amazing and severely underrated for Cosmos and specifically for the Cosmos Hub. Anyways, that's Bera Chain also. Keep an eye on them. I think they're not launching in the next kind of days or weeks, but they might be launching this quarter, right? So in the next 2 to 3 months, I guess we will probably see Bera Chain go on mainnet. I'm also personally invested into Bera Chain as a private investor, and also with Tuxedo, we're going to run a node on the Bera Chain mainnet. And if you thought we were done, we're not done yet. We have other big news, this time from Noble, the native asset issuance chain in Cosmos. And now we have Frax tokens to be natively issued on Noble, expanding into the Cosmos ecosystem. This is another big win. Noble primarily has native USDC from Circle on their chain. In fact, Noble is now ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th on the list with nearly $200 million worth of USDC issued on the Noble chain, just behind Avalanche. But well, that's actually a big gap, 200 something million, but we just overtook Polygon, right? Which is obviously, that's quite substantial in my views. And once we overtake Avalanche, Arbitrum is next, and then we are in the $1 billion territory for Noble. So very excited for that. Noble itself is currently still a proof of authority chain. I'm not 100% sure if they are still considering Cosmos Hub shared security. I think it's now all eyes on the rollout and launch of partial set security, which is coming very soon to the Cosmos Hub, but I think still kind of weeks away. Noble has also publicly shared some, posts and retweets from Ethos Stake. Ethos is going to be a new Cosmos chain that will deploy restaked ETH and basically bring restaked ETH security into Cosmos. So Noble also might just align with them. Also, Strangelove is very close with Ethos. We talked about it also in the latest Splitting Atom show with Jack Sempelin. Strangelove has also been kind of the early engineering team to build the Noble chain. So there might be some hint into that direction, that Noble actually might use Ether stake for restaking and their security source over the Cosmos Hub. But yeah, I'll keep you posted as soon as I have any sort of information on that. And finally, I want to wrap up today's video with 8 DYM airdrops and another airdrop for DYM itself, but 8 ongoing DYM airdrops right now that are currently here listed by our good friends from airdrops_1. We have NIM, I already talked to you about it, as well as Riz and AIG. We have Warden Protocol, then we have Signal from Sputnik Network, which I think is something that has been around for many years, right? I think they were like in 2021, the tip bot basically here on Twitter itself. So yeah, apparently there's an airdrop for Signal now. Then we have DGM, Nebulafy, which is basically a liquid staking provider for Dymension itself. So interesting dynamics here. This reminds me a lot of Milky Way, how Milky Way launched liquid staking specifically for Celestia TIA. Now we have Nebula specifically for Dymension. We also have Stride, P-Stake, Quicksilver, and a couple others. So the liquid staking market is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more cozy. But yeah, Nebulafy is definitely one to keep an eye on as well. Then we also have Crown Network, which is also making its way to Dymension, but I don't know anything about that. I actually don't know anything about any of these projects in depth. We did a review about NIM protocol or NIM network on the Tuxedo channel, but yeah, the other ones I have no clue about, to be very honest with you. So that's Dymension. You're eligible most likely here for 8 airdrops. And for DYM holders itself, for DYM stakers, liquid stakers on Stride, we actually have this ongoing airdrop, which is similar to the STTI airdrop, where you're getting or basically farming STRD Stride tokens as you are holding stDYM on the Stride network. So it's a similar campaign to the Celestia one, just that the bucket is much lower than compared to Celestia. And to be honest, STRD is going all in on that strategic move, right? To align with all the modularity coins, right? With TIA, now with DYM, and to aggressively incentivize that through farming STRD, right? I think the APR for holding stDYM right now for farming STRD is around 40%, and on TIA, I think it's still 60%, right? Plus the liquid staking rewards. Anyways, that's all about that. And lastly, one final cherry on the top. We have now this crazy announcement from Antonio, founder of DYDX, that DYDX will soon be integrating CosmWasm, which means smart contracts on the DYDX chain. And someone here asked, permission or permissionless? And Antonio said, always permissionless, which, to be honest, it's very interesting. Valeo also said, holy smokes, like this is crazy news, because there have been a lot of concerns over time about the security aspects for CosmWasm and what potential risks this can introduce, especially the permissionless version of it, right? We saw certain emergency upgrades on chains like Neutron, for example, in the past, but also on Juno. And we have this ongoing proposal and ongoing discussion about bringing permissioned CosmWasm to the Cosmos Hub, right? So not even permissionless, but permissioned CosmWasm to the Cosmos Hub, which has been something that has been an ongoing conversation for many, many, many months, actually years. And so far, the Cosmos Hub community has been very much against it. But now Antonio coming out and dropping a bomb like that is a big surprise to many Cosmonauts, right? Including myself. But yeah, maybe this is also what we need, right? More aggressiveness, more like, okay, let's just do it, right? And maybe the Cosmos Hub gets inspired by that and the community, and then they vote CosmWasm on the hub. And if we look at the proposal here, which ends in a couple of days, so also ends on Tuesday, the day Saga goes live, we can see that this is a very tight race. We're now at 32.6 versus 27% to bring permissioned CosmWasm to the Cosmos Hub. So a very interesting note that this is just a signaling proposal, like a text proposal, basically, and not actually integrating the code. So even if that were passed, there would have to be another proposal to actually integrate the code base. And yeah, if you look at the other proposal, we see the DCF Agoric proposal, which I made a full breakdown the other day, is actually on its way to pass here. We're still early, of course, but yeah, 72% is a strong signal into the direction of voting that for a yes. Same for ICS, partial set security, but that's a no-brainer formality in my view, right? It's just a formality. So interesting times, a lot of news. You can tell today we did a speed 360 overview into the Cosmos ecosystem updates, and this is all the news since yesterday, right? Just think about that. And there's so many things going on in the Celestia ecosystem, the same network ecosystem, on osmosis itself, and all these other things, right? That said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you give it a like. You also share with your friends on social media, on Twitter, everywhere where you are. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and be good.